Capital Variation was founded in October 2019 in London, United Kingdom, by Margaret Gonzalez, a 31-year-old entrepreneur. Born in Bogotá, Colombia, raised between Latin America, the United States, and Europe. In her early years, her family lived in a very difficult environment due to the point where they had to emigrate to the United States to be safe and start over a new life far away from the conflicts and violence that ruled Colombia in the 90s. Margaret had the vision to acquire international education by traveling and working abroad. She saw infinite possibilities that could not be possible in her hometown Colombia, and once she lived in the relative freedom and security of the United States, she knew she wanted to change some memories, rewrite her story, and inspire others, no matter what their history might be. Margaret speaks Spanish, English, and German fluently. She studied marketing and hospitality management in Spain, foreign languages in Germany, and business in London. Having worked in companies in different sectors, she developed knowledge in the world of finance, particularly in industries such as infrastructure, real estate, private equity, healthcare, technology, and ESG investing. Margaret's passion for traveling and global sustainable finances inspired her to create the vision and conceptualize Capital Variation, a startup investment consultancy company that she considers her baby. She has curated it with the sole purpose of identifying potential projects that focus on ESG environmental. Her purpose is to impact finance leaders and increase awareness in the world of ESG investments. Capital Variation's why is to partner with C-level leaders who solve the world's biggest challenges and are passionate about providing a solution to inequalities, bringing light to those entrepreneurs who thrive for positive change and impact in today's world. She works with several business partners in Colombia, the United States, Europe, and the Middle East, all with a strong track record in the world of financial services. Often she finds in them not only business partners, but mentors, true friends, and visionaries. Margaret believes right now is a critical time to help inspire others to find their inner power and become entrepreneurs in the sustainable space. She is committed to inspiring and empowering young girls and female entrepreneurs, along with communities who emigrate to other countries, to create a better future for their families and themselves. The values which have been guiding her life are integrity, humility, and respect. Our purpose is to nurture genuine relationships, to co-create a strong financial foundation with ultra-high network individuals, family offices, institutional investors, and investment houses, and be the partner of choice to facilitate suitable environmental, social, and governance portfolio products according to investors' mandates when making investment decisions. Facilitate and introduce co-investment opportunities between our network of investors, and fundraising activities for family offices, asset managers, investment houses, and governments. Capital Variation's imperative goal is to introduce investment solutions for our network of investors, whilst creating new wealth and protecting existing wealth through allocations of innovative, risk-adjusted, and impactful projects that can add value to our society, future generations, our environment, and our world. Our logo has a true meaning representing what we stand for. It symbolizes strength, infinite possibilities, wealth, and energy between our world and its human capital. It represents a strong economic status that prevails and grows when used for the right purposes, as wealth is in constant cyclic renewal for it to be invested in a variety of sustainable sectors. Capital Variation's vision is to partner with C-level leaders who solve problems around the world, targeting the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, seeking to end poverty and hunger, realize the human rights of all, achieve gender equality and the empowerment of all girls and women in finance, and ensure the lasting protection of the planet and its natural resources. We are committed to bringing visibility to projects that are tackling the main problems that concern our world and our legacy. Our world is facing big challenges today. Access to clean water, affordable education, poverty, hunger, inequalities, and climate change are just some of the issues we need to urgently address. Capital Variation sees big challenges ahead, however, immense opportunities to be bold to overcome them, and that is where the global goals and leaders come in. We step in to help fund C-level leaders who can provide the solutions and provide investable solutions for our investors' network and their portfolio allocations. Our focus is to bring strategic capital and value into our main verticals to activate the circular economy when addressing mandates. The impact in today's world is measured by financial leaders taking steps towards key industry challenges, supporting the development of decent work into communities and its economic growth. The whole value chain is driven by capital, and we must walk the talk by not only addressing, but facing and investing, financing and supporting our biggest challenges. This is where we come in and pursue the real impact. Capital Variation Partnership Model. Target and metrics. DEC evaluations. We evaluate between 200 to 300 company DECs per year, partnering only with those that meet our criteria, with at least 3 sustainable development goals. Potentially or cash flow profitable, innovative, with blue chip, proactive, with a strong track record of founders and teams, and flexibility to tailor application based on best practices. Outcome partnerships. Out of our evaluation, we partner with 2% of the companies we perform due diligences on. Every year, our investor ratio conversion increases as a result of our global footprint unlocked via our existing network, summits, conferences, roundtables, webinars, social events. Project measure. Our success ratio is over-deliverable, helping develop and promote the companies successfully within our network, and bringing exposure committed to constantly aligning to best practices and improving constantly. Target objective. We aim to continue growing the number of qualified and sophisticated investors, as our club members will be targeted for the second quarter of 2024. We aim to lock the membership with 500 active and impact investors who are in alignment with the ESG goals. 2. Our data source. Every investor has a clear mandate and vision. We make sure each company reaches those investors whose goals, mission, and vision match with their mandate. 500 investors will evaluate every company we partner with, increasing the probability of getting funded and shortening the cycle of investment conversion. 3. Our data ownership and tracking frequency. As with any SMART goal, a KPI must have a clear and defined tracking frequency. Our data analyst is accountable for inserting, editing, and refreshing the investor's mandates, which are in constant change and development, tracking the performance on a defined frequency with our technology provider, usually on a monthly basis. Sources of funding. Ultra-high net worth individuals and seasoned investor are likely to pay a premium since their history of investments are strong and active. Trade export, supply chain finance, specialized in cross-border transactions and with an emphasis on eliminating trade risk, offers non-recourse international export factoring. This financial tool helps companies accelerate cash flow, improve collections, and control exposure to bad debts, in addition to factoring your export accounts receivable, and finance your full supply chain. Family offices. A family office is a private wealth management firm established by an ultra-high net worth family that provides that family with a selection of personalized services that include investment management, financial planning, estate and tax planning, philanthropic investing, concierge services, and more. Our network of family offices has a global footprint, providing every service outlined in the space. Fund Sandix. Private debt, special funds, hedge funds, evergreen, and first-time impact funds are presenting our network, making our platform diversified and risk-adjusted to any strategy. Boutique investment banks generally work on smaller deals involving middle-market companies and usually assist on the sell or buy side in mergers and acquisitions transactions, often specialize in certain industries such as media, healthcare, industrials, technology, or energy. Some may specialize in certain transactions, such as capital raising, mergers, acquisitions, or restructuring. Sovereign wealth funds. A sovereign wealth fund is a state-owned investment fund comprised of the capital generated by the government, often derived from a country's surplus reserves. SWFs provide a benefit for a country's economy and its citizens. Some of our network funds come from the USA, the Middle East, and Northern Europe. Governments. We support global sustainable finances worldwide, and we merge and leverage public and private capital to propel strategies. We typically address the appetite of private companies looking to engage with governments to provide services and projects that governments alone are not able to deliver, given the complexity of government policies, legislations, or reforms. Our verticals and international footprint aim to build an interconnected network of capital variations portfolio companies and investors across geographies and sectors in the ESG space, focusing on increasing collaboration and realizing synergies for local and international holdings via specialized international teams. In this initiative, Capital variation will also increase collaboration cross-border this new year 2023, with both established and mature companies and investors supporting their growth and creating value at the portfolio and investment level. Contact us to be part of our ecosystem.